Welcome back to WigginsTV, everybody. As always, I'm your host, S.Wiggins, a.k.a. Worldwide Wiggins. And today, I'm breaking another barrier, man. I got my first Carson interview, man. Please welcome, and I'd like to appreciate my boy for reaching out to me. I got Do Dirty from Stevenson Village, Carson CRIPS on the line. How you feeling, homie?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. We got two sides, though, you know what I'm saying? We represent both. We represent Compton and Carson, you know what I'm saying? We do both sides. You know, it really don't matter. We off the 91 freeway, off the Central, all the way to Avalon.
Oh, for sure. But, yeah, I respect it. It's just that, growing up, I was always taught everything past Greenleaf was Carson or Long Beach.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on where you at. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where you at. Certain sides, say you going up Wilmington and you going all the way towards the Delamo, you can either be in Carson or you can be in Long Beach.
Right.
And then if you're coming from Carson and you going down Avalon, you can go from Carson to Compton, or from Carson to Gardena, or from Carson to LA. It just depends on which way you go.
For sure, bro. I appreciate that too. So let's this I love this hood, man. I want to learn a lot, man. So let's take it from the top if we can, man. Do you have any information on the origins of Stevenson Village?
I mean, back in the day, it was before my time. It was the Dogs Den. You know what I'm saying? It was the Cold Village Dogs.
Oh.
And it was a lot of OGs. You know what I'm saying? My OG still alive. His name Big C-Dog. He one of the original founders that started Stevenson Village. Yeah. So back in the day, you know what I'm saying? There was you know what I'm saying? Dogs for life. It's still Dogs for life, but you don't hear too much from the young cats. You hear it from the older, you know what I'm saying? The OGs. You hear the Dogs for life from the OGs, but now, you know what I'm saying? It's always been 174. That was from the top. But coming down to my era is 175 now, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of young niggas push 175, and then everybody push 174 because that's where it started at.
For sure.
And then it's like if you be on Greenleaf side, you know what I'm saying, you Compton. You know what I'm saying? If you stayed over there, you probably stayed in the hood, or you know what I'm saying, you stayed around the area, and you stayed on the Greenleaf side, you from Compton. But it really don't matter. You can stay Compton, Gardena, Watts, Carson. It just depends on you. However you feel. You want to represent Carson, that's what you represent. You want to represent Compton, that's what you represent. But at the end of the day, it's still Stevenson Village.
For sure. Respect, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your hood, man. So, I'm 30. I'm not really as old as some people may think on the platform. So, I'd like to learn a couple things. So, Stevenson Village, you got two sides, like you said. Would y'all hit the in the county? Would y'all hit the hub and the dub, or would y'all? Is there a Carson car, or since y'all beef with East Coast, do y'all go to the gangster car, or break it down for me?
Okay, so this is how it go. Original, we CC riders, so we go with the Compton card. But since we got two sides, you got a choice. You can go with the Compton side, or you can go with the Carson side. The Carson side got Victoria Park, Compton, Carson CRIPS. They got Reefer Mob, Carson CRIPS. It's a few CRIPS that I can't think of right now that's from Carson that we can go with. But then again, we from Carson, so that's Harbor area. So we can really go all the way down to San Pedro, Long Beach, all them hoods over there. We really can go mess with. It just depends on the person. Me personally, I went with the hub and the dub.
For sure.
Not just me personally. Everybody everybody else got their own preference. Like if they, you know what I'm saying, they mess with who they mess with.
Right.
Speaking
Speaking
me,
of
I went to
which,
the
all right, not to cut you, bro, but speaking of which, I got a couple of hoods I want to ask you about. Just a few, you know. If you heard of them, people gave me backlash because I'll be doing the Forgotten Hood series. So I want to ask about a couple hoods, if they solidified, if you heard of them, or if it's just, you know, make-believe, without any
Okay.
disrespect. So first off, you got the Callis Park Pirus.
Yeah, I heard of them, but I never ran into them.
Oh, all right. For sure.
Yeah, I heard of them, but I never ran into them.
All right. What about the Genocide Bloods?
I heard of them too, but I only seen like Asians and Samoans from there. I ain't never seen like no black niggas from there, no Hispanic niggas from there. Mostly just Asians and Samoans that I've seen that's from there.
For sure. Now, what about the East Side Dogs / Coltman Gangster Crips?
When I hear that, I think of my hood, because my hood is dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then back in the day, I don't know if it's true, but they told me back in the day that, you know what I'm saying, the Delamos used to kick it with some of the homies. And they was all dogs, because, you know, Delamo is DA. So back in the day, everybody was all dogs.
Really? Tell me more about that.
Yeah, back in the day, everybody was dogs, so it was like a dog thing back in the day, and it was like everybody was kicking it and chilling with each other until they start beefing over some lowrider rims, and you know how it go. And they probably, I don't know the real story, but they probably, I'm just thinking in my head, they probably sold somebody some rims, they didn't pay them, and then, you know what I'm saying, they went from there.
Oh, all right, for sure.
Yeah, that story is floating around.
All right. Now, lastly, before, not before, when my boy Dog for Bedlow, for 6'5" Bedlow Baby Dog came out here, he was like, he never really heard of Grace Avenue Pirus. So for that reason, I'm going to ask you if you had any run-ins with them, or they kind of knew her without any disrespect to anybody.
I know, I heard of the Grace Ave. They on Carson Street. I heard of the Grace Ave, Pirus. I used to stay over there off of Figueroa and Carson Street. They're around in the, they got a little community over there off of Carson Street, further down, closer to Wilmington. But, yeah, they still around. Matter of fact, if you look into the little videos, a couple of my homies, they be doing music. And you heard of the Carson movement?
I believe I did, yeah.
Okay, so it's a mixture of hoods. It's my hood. I ain't gonna say my hood, because everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody don't mess. Some niggas mess with it, some niggas don't mess with it. But my boy TC, he mess with it, you know what I'm saying? He do a lot of rapping with his boy from Insane. So his boy from Insane is from what's that nigga name from Insane? He from Long Beach. I can't think of the nigga name right now.
Trey D?
Huh?
Trey D?
No, it's an older. It's another. It's another
DW
dude.
Flame? Savi Fur?
Nah, he I don't think he famous. I don't think he out there like that. He damn, I can't think of his name. He got dreads. He not a mainstream rapper right now, but he be rapping. And if you look up Carson Movement, you'll see him on there. You'll see him rapping. He got some long dreads. But anyways, it's the Insane from Long Beach. It's my hood, and then it's a couple of Pirus out of Carson. I think I'm not sure, but I think it's the Scottsdales, the Cabbage Patch, and probably like 4 other Piru hoods that's messing with the Carson movement. I don't do rapping or nothing myself, but my boy TC
All right, cool. So while we on the subject, tell me, do y'all beef mostly with Crips or Pirus? Is there any Piru beef? Like, who is y'all enemies? Respectfully.
I mean, we beef with the East Coast one on those, and then they on the university side. You know what I'm saying? They after the college. After you pass university, you see the college in Carson right there. So we on the back end, they on the front end. So their hood is all over the front end, and then our hood is all over the back end. So we feuding back and forth right there on that end. On the other end, it's on the other side, that's Central side and Wilmington side. Now on Avalon side, it's us, and then it's the Victoria Park Locos, and then it's the Victoria Park Crips. And then you go back the other way down Avalon, it's the Centerviews, and that's who we be getting into with. And then on the other, it's a part that separate Crips and the Crips is the Lantana Park, the Lantana Block Compton Crips. And then
Hemingway, which should be Hemingway.
Yeah, Hemingway. Yeah, they share park with the Centerviews. One side is the Centerviews, and the other side is the Lantanas.
For sure. That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been getting into it, you know what I'm saying, back and forth with the Centerviews and the one I know for the longest. But that's our main, you know what I'm saying, our main issue. We got back in the day, we got into it with the nutty blocks, but it ain't nothing crazy no more. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cool.
That's what's up, man. I'm definitely glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to be selfish with it. Let's talk about your upbringing. Like, how did you become quartered on to the hood?
I mean, back in the day, I just was running around wild. You know what I'm saying? I got put on when I was 12. My original name was Takeoff. So when I got put on as Takeoff, the other dude wasn't around. He was living in Long Beach. And, you know what I'm saying, the homies with the Insanes tough. So while certain homies with the Insanes, he out there with them, and then he ended up coming back because the Insanes coming for music videos, all type of shit. And then when he come back for a hood day, and then he tried to press me. So I ended up beating the dude up, knocking him out of his shoes and all that. They like, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I ended up beating him. I'm young, though. I'm only like 16. He like 20-something. So I was going around terrorizing everybody. If you was my age, I was terrorizing you. Was older than me, I was terrorizing you. So they like, ooh, he's vicious. And that's when my boy Bam, my boy Lil Bam and TC and them was like, hey, your name do dirty, nigga. I'm like, oh, for sure. I like that. Fuck that Takeoff name, nigga. You can have that. Cause he kept trying to press the issue like, look, nigga, you my little homie. And that's when I had to beat him up at the hood. They like, nah, nigga, I'm not under nobody. I got older homies. I ain't got no big homie. I got older homies. And that's how I looked at it, because I never wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, nobody's little homie.
For sure. I respect that.
Yeah, I never wanted to be under nobody telling me what to do. I always had my own program, you know what I'm saying? I always did what I wanted to do, so I never wanted nobody to boss me around and tell me what to do. I was like, nah, that's not happening. If I fuck with it, I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. If I mess with it, I mess with it. But you're not about to just punk me or have me as a torpedo crash dummy. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do how I'm going to do it.
Right. Real talk, bro.
Yep, and that's how I got my name. I was going around beating niggas up, just knocking niggas out. I never did boxing or nothing, but shit, I street fight for sure.
For sure. So, what year did it start? The actual the hood start, just for the record.
Back in the 80s.
In the 80s? All
70s,
right.
like 79, 80s.
All right, for sure. Now I seen something online about Pop Smoke in y'all hood. Is there any correlation between y'all and Pop Smoke, the rapper, that he lost his life They say he
I mean,
supposed to
I
got
don't
killed.
too much know nothing too much on that one. I just hearsay, and you know what I'm saying. I don't even want to speak on that one because I don't really know dude. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to put nobody in the mix and say, oh, they did so and this. I don't know too much about that, and I don't really know dude. You know what I'm saying? Dude is a young nigga.
All right.
If he is from the hood, I didn't put him on, and if I didn't put him on, he not in my generation. So I don't really too much know dude.
Respect, bro. It's all good. Now, if you watched any of my interviews, you know I like to do this segment of the episode. The toughest of gangbangers, I don't care who you was, took you on down, then been caught slipping before or been in enemy hood somewhere or had to get a pass, you know, when they got caught off guard. Do you have any story like that?
I mean, there's been a few times I was caught off guard, but they know, like, they know I got them hands. If they ain't got that thumper to kill me, it's been 10 niggas, you know what I'm saying, that seen me. Like, no lie, no cap. Like, niggas done seen me and they didn't have no thumper, so they know I got them hands. They ain't trying to test them hands. Unless it's another real one like me. It's always real ones around, you know what I'm saying? They just not in that group at that time or that moment. But it was a few times before the Compton swap meet. There was some Pirus up in the Compton swap meet. That was from Limehood. You know what I'm saying? If he out there, you know what I'm saying? If he out there, he know what I'm talking about. Timothy Brown, he from Limehood. He know it was about 10 niggas. They probably went off Limehood. They probably from Looters Park mob. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of them though. And I just beat them up. I just beat them up at a school called Freeman over there in the South Side, Compton CRIPS. Just beat them up. Went to the Compton swap meet to cop me a Rolex fresh. I'm with one female. It's about 10 niggas up in the Compton swap meet from Pirus. They knew I was a Crip. They knew I was a CC rider. But they know I got them hands too. I'm pretty sure he told them, like, look, don't try him. Don't try him. He got them hands.
For sure. Wow, that's crazy,
I'm pretty sure if they had a thumper, they would have thumped, because that's what niggas do nowadays. If they get whooped, they gonna go to that thumper, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, I'm old school. I came up off my hands, like, because I always been around burners, but I came up off my hands. Like, that's how I got my respect. That's how niggas respect me, because they know I come from the shoulders. They know I ain't turning nothing down. I'd rather get beat up before I turn something down.
For sure, man. Now, vice versa, have you ever gave an enemy a pass that you knew from school, or, hey, I know him?
It was just one time I got out the pen. I got out of Folsom, and when I got out of Folsom, it was some bullshit too. So I'm sitting at the bus stop on Central. Well, I walked to the bus stop on Central because I used to walk everywhere. I used to walk from Compton to Carson. I used to walk from just everywhere. I used to walk around everywhere before I started driving. I don't do that no more, but I was catching buses and I was getting into it with too many niggas. So I'm like, man, forget this bus. I'm about to walk. But this one particular time, you know, my hood is right there on Central. So I'm waiting on a bus on Central. This one dude, he a blood from LA. He was from Brims. So he see me. He see a gang of niggas walking up. So I'm walking up, and I see him. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "What's up with you?" But I'm paying him no mind. You know what I'm saying? He dressed regular. He ain't got no colors on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no flag out his pocket. He ain't got no hat on. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no baseball cap, no football cap, no type of. You know what I'm saying? Because you know them. And when you see a cap, you know it's like it ain't for that football team or that baseball team. So I'm like, he ain't got none of that entire on, you know what I'm saying? He got a button up on regular, you know what I'm saying, regular little entire on. So we sitting at the bus stop. He like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. He like, I'm not from over here. I'm from Brims. I don't know nobody over here. I ain't trying to mess with nobody over here. I'm just trying to get home. But he started telling me that as I'm walking up. I'm like, what? I'm like, where you from? He like, Brims. I'm like, all right, for sure. I see you ain't on that time. I'm like, oh, okay. So the rest of the homies behind me, so they, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like the leader at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm maxing out, so they already know I'm beating shit up. So everybody behind me like, what's up, cuz? Where you from? Woo. So I tell the homie, I'm like, I know this from school, but I'm lying. I was like, I know this from school. Yeah, I'm lying.
But I respect that, bro. I respect that, bro. I respect that.
Yeah, like, I'm like, because he wasn't even on that time, but I know they going to try to beat him up, they going to rob him, and it's going to be some bush. So I'm like, man, I know this nigga from school, he cool, he ain't from nowhere, but the whole time he already told me when I first walked up, like, I'm from Brim, I ain't even from over here, LA, I'm trying to get home. And he already see they got S-hats on. He probably thinking all types of shit. He probably, because he's from LA, so he thinking 60s, yeah. So he like, oh. So he like, damn, they way over here in Carson. So he probably thinking all types of shit rolling through his head. So I'm like, nah, you good, man, you good. And as they come up behind me, I'll tell them, I know this nigga school, he good, he ain't from nowhere, but the whole time he from Brown. I gave that nigga a pass. Like, I never seen him again, though. That was the only time that I seen him. That was the last time I seen him. I ain't never seen him again.
Wow. That's a cool story, bro. I really respect that, man.
Yep, he was from Brim. I wasn't even really tripping on him, though. I was just trying to get home. But then I seen they was on some extra out shit, and I'm like, man, this nigga trying to get home. He's trying to get on the bus like I'm trying to get on the bus. Like, man, let me get this nigga a pass. Like, let me make sure they don't say nothing to him or do nothing to him, because I know I'm not going to do nothing to him. But if they start whooping on him and he start getting the best of one of the homies, I'm not going to leave him hanging. So, you feel me?
For
so
sure.
before all of this get mixed up, I'm going to squash and de-escalate the situation before it even get bigger than what it's supposed to be.
For sure, bro. Respect, man. Now, I got one last question, man. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever. Well, I'm assuming you lived in probably the impoverished area one time, or you went through financial troubles at some point in your life. I know I did, and you had to end up on the county, and you got that. I know you from Stevenson Village, and the county building is over there by past Greenleaf. It's by the freeway over there. Like, I forgot which street.
Oh yeah, I stayed right across the street from the county building, but all my county building days, I went to over there in the Raymonds off 120th.
Oh yeah, in Western, yeah.
Yeah, I went to that one, but I stayed right across the street. My house is right across the street from the one in Compton over there off of Alameda.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
And then the other one, if you talking about the other one,
no, I'm talking about the one on Alameda. But go ahead.
Okay, and then the other one is over there off Santa Fe.
Right. But I'm talking about the one by the freeway in Alameda. I think we talking about the same one. It's over there close to Nutty Block in Acacia.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one I stay across the street from. Okay, right across the street, I stayed right there at the security home. It used to be a security office, but they turned it into a house, and I stayed over there for about 6 years.
For sure.
Right across the street, they still got the sign up.
Wow, that's what's up, bro. But I was gonna ask you, man. Did you run into any problems over there? Because neutral places is where things go down.
Where you talking about
the county building? No, the county.
I think the county building. I knew females that went there. It wasn't an issue. It just was like I stayed in the ATF, so they enemies is the nutty blocks, and then my hood is cool with the nutty blocks, so they like, y'all some nutty lovers, like, oh y'all with the nutties, like I'm not nutty. Like my homies probably with them, but I'm not from nutty. I'm from Stevenson Village. Even if I did with them, I'm not gonna bring them to your hood and is not supposed to be. I'm from where I'm from, and you from where you from. So, you know what I'm saying? If you was fucking with one of my enemies, that's you. If I was fucking with your enemies, that's me. You know what I'm saying? If I stay in your hood, I'm not gonna bring no issue to your hood. Same thing if you stay to my hood. I wouldn't want you to bring none of that to my hood. So
for sure,
I squashed that fast, but I had a few run-ins with a few niggas about that situation. Like, oh, y'all fuck with the nutties, like, and I had to tell them, like, this is where I'm from. I'm not from nutty. This is where I'm from.
Damn, I really respect your disposition, bro. You know, for sure. A lot of people, you know, they let they power go to their head, man, and they act irrational, man. But I like the way you handle your candle, man, for sure, bro. Respect, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta keep it real. You gotta keep it real, but sometimes you just gotta bypass some bullshit. Like I said, you ain't gonna always go from the shoulders. They're gonna try to pop you, and that's gonna be candles for the next person that's trying to be high power. I mean, if you want to be high power, it's always the county jail. you can get much space as you want, and then they might not have a burner in there, but they got a knife. For sure. Yeah. Because a lot of niggas, they used to them guns, man. They used to having guns, and they get to them counties, and they don't know how to hold themselves up. See, that gun make them feel like Superman, but without that gun, they just regular Clark Kent. But my gun is in my hand. I'm going to protect myself regardless with these. For sure. All the time.
Well, all right, do dirty. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. You know, I wish I had more time, but for sure, man.
Yeah, man. That's how I got your number. I like and subscribe, and you know what I'm saying. I'm listening to the video, like, oh, he just shouted his number out. Let me go and hit him up and let him know, man.
For sure, man.
I'm gonna send you some pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a few shout outs I wanted to do, and I wanted you to shout a few of my homies out that just died.
For sure. I got you. We gonna chop it up.
I'm gonna send you some pictures and some names and shit and go from there.
For sure. I got you, bro. All right. We wrapping it up, man. We out of here. You got it first, man. WigginsTV.
One.